Hello guys, how you doing? Maria over here. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing fine. Thank you so much for tapping in my channel. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate you. For the new subscribers, welcome. My name is Maria. For the returning ones who are always here checking out on Maria, thank you so much. So I am cooking, and I am cooking meats. I'm doing a different recipe. I've just discovered that you don't have to be boiling your meat all the time. You have to start cooking your meat by boiling it. So let's do this. Let's try this method and see how it comes out. Okay, thank you so much for sticking here. If you're here and you haven't subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. If you're here and you haven't like the video, please don't skip the ads. Okay, if you're here to support fully. I appreciate your love and your support. Let's do this. My onions cooking. Just onions and oil. And the fastest way to make your onions brown, or just to cook them easily, you need to add salt. Okay, this is just plain salt. So this quickens the process of drying the onions. If you didn't know, now you know. Let us just fry the onions until, if you like them golden brown, good for you. If you just want to caramelize them, still good. Let me do it my way. My onions are ready. This is how I love them. So I am a basic girl, so I'm going to use my tomatoes. I let them cook, and green pepper and cilantro and just a little bit of seasoning, and that's it. Nothing much. So at this moment, let our tomatoes just cook. I need to cover my pot. Let me cover my pot for the onions to cook easily. Our tomatoes are almost ready. So this is just my way, one of my ways of cooking my meat. You can cook it however you like it. This is just one of the ways. I used to boil meat a lot, but not anymore. But when you get the really tough meat, I guess you can still do it like this. Because at the end of it all, you're going to have some water in it, and it's still going to cook. There are so many ways of cooking meat, okay? I know all of you know that, but let's just be the people who like trying new things and see how they turn up. There's the way of boiling and then frying. There's the other way of deep frying the meat. Boiling then deep frying. There's the other way of boiling then frying the onions and putting in the meat. So this is just one of the ways again. look like so far. And this is what I'm putting. I'm going to be crushing them in there. Another seasoning. So guys, remember the seasonings, most of them usually have salt, okay? So when you're putting salt, when you're adding salt, always remember, if at all you're going to be using seasonings, always remember to put very little salt because of the seasoning. So my tomatoes are ready. All I need to do is add in my meat, and then I'll be adding in the pepper and the green peppers and the cilantro. Oh, let me add in pepper, hot pepper, just a little bit. I know most people don't like this way of cooking meat because they say it doesn't dry up, but trust me, it does. So at this moment, this is where you just leave it to cook. Don't add any water, don't add anything. This is how you dry up the meat. You see how you boil your meat and you let it dry? So this is how we are going to dry up the meat, just like this. Now the goodness with this one, you'll dry up the meat while the meat is also seasoning with the spices, with the seasonings and the pepper, onion, tomatoes, all that stuff. So time to cover up, and meanwhile let me cut the peppers and the cilantros. 5 minutes later, you see, look at that, it's coming up, right? I didn't add any water, so it is just cooking with its own water. Then my peppers, still don't add any water. We need the meat to dry up. At this point, I just want to reduce the heat, cover it up, reduce the heat, let it simmer while we let it dry. We are back after a while. You see my meat is drying up. So if it is the tender meat, we let it dry and it will be ready. But this one is not very tender, so I will be adding in some water. This one is not tender, but just look at it. Just look at it. How does it look like? Isn't it amazing? Oh. Remember, just put your heat low and let it just simmer. So at this moment, this is where I'm going to add in my water. Water, here we go. This meat is not tender at all. So let it just simmer. Simmer for as long as it can, for it to be tender. Okay, see you in a few. Time to look at our meats. Look at this. It is still simmering very slowly. Peter, can you move? Hey, and the aroma. And the aroma. So for the seasonings, I usually say put what you prefer. Put what you like. Put what is good with your taste buds. Almost there. Almost there. Let me test if the salt is at its best. Just how I love it. Okay. A little bit of more simmering, then put in the cilantro and we'll be done. Let's check on our meat again once more. So this is what I decided, because I have a baby and I want my baby to eat something, so I'm going to put in just one potato, just one. Look at this. Now let the potato cook. By the time it is done cooking, I'll put in the cilantro and we'll be done. Keep it here. Finally, I know now. Our beef is ready. The potato is definitely ready. Now, let's put our cilantro. And at this point, everything is ready. Everything is beautiful. It looks delicious. Look. When you see, anytime you're cooking and the oil comes up, are you seeing the oil? The oil comes up on top of the soup. Just know your food is ready and it's ready to be served. So thank you so much for everyone who has been watching. Thank you so much for the people who have been watching. Thank you so much for liking. If you've come up to this point, I appreciate your support. I love you so much. Let's keep on supporting each other, and like I always say, see you on the next one. So this is our final product. I almost forgot to film. Hey, the way this food was really nice. So this is our final product. Doesn't it look delicious? Simple recipe from Maria's kitchen. Enjoy.